What really happened inside Jungkook's house that forced HYBE to take immediate legal action? And why did Jin's emotional reaction move millions of armies around the world to tears? The story unfolding behind this shocking event is not just about a burglary. It's about fear, loyalty, and the raw humanity behind global superstardom. Late Sunday night, HYBE confirmed what fans had been whispering about for hours. Jungkook's private home was broken into. The company's statement came after a wave of panic spread across social media when unidentified photos and reports began circulating, claiming that personal belongings had been stolen from the singer's residence. What followed next was a moment that no one expected. Jin's heartfelt response that turned a wave of fear into a sea of tears among armies worldwide. According to a senior official from HYBE, the incident occurred when Jungkook was reportedly not at home. There was an unauthorized intrusion into the artist's property. The statement read, HYBE has filed a report with local authorities and initiated internal security measures to protect all our artists. The message was brief, professional, but carried an unmistakable tone of urgency. For ARMY, however, the shock ran deeper than just security concerns. This was about their beloved Jungkook, someone who has shared his life, his laughter, and even his solitude with them. And then came Jin. When Jin learned about the burglary, insiders revealed that he reacted immediately, even before HYBE's official response. Sources close to the company said Jin's voice reportedly trembled when he heard the news. "Is he safe?" was the first thing he asked, his words echoing the very sentiment of millions of armies around the globe. Those who witnessed that moment described it as raw and deeply emotional, a side of Jin that the public rarely sees. It wasn't just concern. It was brotherhood. In a private message later shared through an acquaintance, Jin was said to have expressed frustration and helplessness. "I wish I could be there," he reportedly said. "We've always protected each other, and this time, I feel powerless not being near him." For someone who has always been known for his calm and composed demeanor, those words struck a chord that shattered the internet's collective heart. Armies flooded social platforms with messages of support, trending hashtags that called for justice, safety, and love for both Jungkook and Jin. But this incident raised a bigger question. How did this happen under HYBE's strict security structure? The company's headquarters in Seoul is known for its multi-layered artist protection system, involving 24-hour surveillance, private bodyguards, and undisclosed residential locations. Yet even with all these measures, Jungkook's home, his supposed sanctuary, was breached. Fans and analysts alike are now questioning whether the fame of BTS has made individual members increasingly vulnerable in their personal lives. HYBE, perhaps realizing the gravity of the situation, wasted no time. Within 12 hours of the break-in report, a specialized security task force was dispatched. The agency confirmed that surveillance footage was being analyzed in cooperation with local law enforcement. Multiple reports suggest that HYBE's CEO, Bang Si-hyuk, personally contacted the members to ensure their well-being, an action that further underlines the severity of the case. "This is not merely about stolen property," one industry insider explained. "It's about the psychological safety of one of the most influential artists in the world." For Jin, however, this wasn't just about company protocols. It was about the bond forged through years of shared struggles, laughter, and pain. His emotional reaction became the heart of the story, showing a glimpse of the humanity behind the idol image. After completing his military service, Jin has often expressed how much he misses spending time with his members. That longing resurfaced in the most unexpected and heartbreaking way when he heard Jungkook's home had been violated. Observers noted that Jin's words, though simple, carried a profound weight. "I can't stop thinking about what could have happened," he reportedly said in a private conversation later that evening. The emotional undertone of his reaction resonated deeply across social media, leading armies to post tributes, prayers, and messages of gratitude for his sincerity. Many said they were moved to tears by Jin's protective nature, describing it as the purest form of brotherly love. Meanwhile, Jungkook has remained silent publicly, though insiders claim he has been emotionally shaken. The incident, while handled swiftly, left psychological traces that HYBE is said to be addressing privately. Security around all BTS members has since been reinforced, with increased patrols and digital monitoring to ensure no data or private address leaks occur again. The company has also hinted that future protocols will include collaboration with global cybersecurity firms. Still, the emotional epicenter of this story remains Jin. His voice, his worry, and his unguarded humanity transformed what could have been a routine security report into an emotionally charged reminder that even global icons are vulnerable. Fans have noted that Jin's empathy for Jungkook mirrors the same warmth he once showed during difficult times for other members. Whether it was offering words of comfort, quiet encouragement, or simply standing beside them when the cameras weren't rolling, his reaction reminded us why Jin is the heart of BTS. One fan commented on social media, "Even in moments of fear, he gives us strength." Those words now echo across fan forums, capturing the emotional heartbeat of this entire incident. As the investigation continues, police have yet to release details about the suspect or the motive. Some sources speculate it could have been a targeted intrusion by someone aware of Jungkook's movements, while others believe it was an opportunistic break-in. Either way, HYBE's swift response and Jin's visible emotion have set the tone for what comes next, a renewed focus on artist safety and mental well-being. Behind all the noise, one question remains unanswered. What went through Jin's mind when he realized how close his friend came to danger? Those who know him say that Jin has always carried the weight of responsibility silently. Even after his military service, he has consistently checked on his members, maintaining quiet communication that often goes unnoticed. For him, this incident wasn't just about fear. It was about gratitude that Jungkook wasn't hurt and guilt that he couldn't be there. The timing of the burglary also comes at a sensitive period. With BTS members gradually resuming individual activities post-military service, public interest in their private lives has reached unprecedented levels. Jungkook's residence, although meant to be confidential, had been the subject of speculative posts online. This has reignited debates about fan culture, privacy, and the blurred lines between admiration and obsession. For Jin, it was personal. He has spoken before about how much he values peace and normalcy, two things that fame constantly challenges. His reaction, then, wasn't just emotional. It was symbolic of the shared struggle of every public figure who sacrifices anonymity for art. The tears that ARMY shed were not only for Jungkook's safety, but for the realization that the walls between celebrity and vulnerability are thinner than anyone imagined. As of now, HYBE has reaffirmed its commitment to protecting its artists with all available resources. Authorities are said to be closing in on suspects, aided by digital evidence recovered from nearby surveillance systems. Yet, amid the tightening security and legal procedures, the most powerful image to emerge is not of police officers or investigators. It is of Jin, silently holding back tears, whispering words of comfort to a friend who just had his sanctuary violated.